we thought we'd do a feature, with it being the January transfer window, on who each club in the Premier League should buy and sell. I don't know how you guys have done it. I've done it based on if they could do it in January, do it in January.
Yeah.
But if it couldn't, it would be like the first thing they should do in the summer.
Yeah.
So we'll work through each team individually. We'll all say who we think they should sell, and then we'll say who we think they should buy.
Yeah.
Do this alphabetically. So the first team is Arsenal. We'll start with you, Josh, and work our way around. So who do you think they should sell?
I've gone for a bit of a controversial one, but I've gone for Martinelli.
Yes. Just after he banged in a hat-trick.
I just said well, I said his form, it has dipped a bit. I know that he's obviously scored a bit, but I think Arsenal, they're quite stacked out wide.
Yeah.
And I just think if you can get some money for him, you can use that money elsewhere, which will come onto the buy. But yeah, that's
cool.
it.
Dan?
I've also gone for Martinelli, and my reasoning for that was that Martinelli, I don't think he's been great this season. I think in the Who Scored list of average ratings, he's in the lowest 20 players in the league.
Right.
And I don't know if that's because Arsenal fans are going out.
He has been
there.
injured. I think Trossard has been the
Yeah,
better
I think
player
it's
this
he's,
season.
in fairness to him, he's been more of a bit part player, and he has done stuff when he's come on. But I think, like you guys have said, if you can get money for him when they're stacked in that area, it's...
For me, he's at that peak where they could probably get 70, 80 million for him or something like that. And I think as well, for Arsenal as a team who's looking to now make the next step and be a proper title-winning team, and presumably one that competes in the Champions League as well, I think they could upgrade in that position.
I'll do mine, Josh, and then you can go last since you weren't prepared.
Okay.
I've said, fuck it, bite the bullet and sell Gyökeres.
Yeah, who's going to buy him?
Because he'd do a job. I thought he was going to be good.
Yeah.
I did actually think he was going to be good.
Sort of,
He looks like he's not even a footballer. And he touches the ball hardly ever.
Yep.
I think he needs to be in... He'll end up at fucking Brighton or something, and he'll end up being incredible for them. And incredible at 15 goals a season in the Prem or something like that. But he's just not an Arsenal striker.
No.
So I think... If somebody was to turn around to Arteta now and say, what they pay 55 million, we'll give you 45, I think he'd snap their hand off.
Easy.
He might not, because he's quite proud, and he'll be like, oh no, he's great. But in fairness, he should.
They've got another non-scoring striker coming back in Havertz. So
Yeah,
they can
so-
afford to.
Yeah.
What do you reckon,
I think
Josh?
Martinelli as well.
Yeah.
I think he's the best shout, to be fair.
So if we were to go who they should buy, Arsenal?
I've gone Adam Wharton. Reason being, I said get him early, because clubs will be looking at him in the summer.
Yeah.
I just think make a jump on him, because in the summer it gives loads of clubs opportunities. They'll be looking more at the players.
Do you not think that they're stacked in central midfield?
They
in the sense
are.
that Zubamendi's going to start every game, no matter what?
They are, but they're stacked everywhere. So it's like I struggled with the buy for Arsenal, because they don't really need anyone. They've got a good team. Maybe someone who will push them over the edge. Could have been a striker. But no, I've went Adam Wharton. I think he ticks all the boxes, in terms of defensively.
Yeah.
So it'll help them in that sense of not conceding goals that they might concede late on, which then will hinder their title chances. But yeah, I've gone Adam Wharton.
Dan, what have you gone?
I don't want to throw shade on Josh's choice, but I would hate to watch an Arsenal midfield of Wharton, Zubamendi and Rice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrendous to think about.
Yes.
I've gone for what I do think is that I'm selling Martinelli, right? I'm getting him out there. I do think Trossard's good in that position, but I think they need someone to push them over the line there, and someone for the future. And I've gone for Nico Williams from Athletic Bilbao.
Yeah.
I think he's absolutely rapid, and I think he's going to develop into
I think
a
they were
top
linked
class
with
player.
him. They were linked with him as well, weren't they, in the summer? And he
Barcelona
turned down
were.
Barcelona, didn't he? And then
God knows why.
I think he turned him down because the contract was, he said, if you can't register me, I want to be able to leave, because they have all the money issues.
Yeah.
He was worried that they'd sign him. The league would then be like, you need to do X, Y, and Z before you can register him. Then he can't play football at all.
Yeah.
So he said he wanted a clause in there, and they obviously said no. I went with Osherman.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be Arsenal and you want to just dominate, the area you don't have right now is a world-class striker.
Yeah.
Just go buy who is probably one of the top 3 or 4 strikers in the world, and you could get him.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
he's at
definitely.
Galatasaray,
Yeah,
isn't he?
you
and
could
I'm
get
just
him.
so surprised he's at in Turkey,
You-
considering how good he is.
Man United should have bought him
Yeah.
Arsenal, if they went and got him now, you'd probably have to pay him $300,000 a week.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
You're now paying Saka $300,000 a week, and Oshiman's going to get you a lot more than Saka does. So I just think sell Gyökeres, buy Oshiman, win the Premier League for the next 2 or 3 years potentially.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, and you'd probably get Oshiman for the price that you'd sell Gyökeres for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if he's at Galatasaray, he's probably only going to cost you 40-50 million.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I'm not sure if I don't know if did Galatasaray sign him permanently, or was he on? Is he not on loan from
he was
Napoli?
Permanent.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I know he was on
permanent.
loan before, wasn't he? I'm
did
not
they get
sure.
him permanently.
I'm not sure.
But even so, like even if he's on loan, you could cancel that loan.
Yeah, and get
buy
it.
him anyway,
Yeah.
So
Josh, what do you reckon?
Rasmus Højlund.
Rasmus Højlund.
Yeah. I actually think he would probably work for them, to be honest.
Well, he's done all right at Napoli, so he showed he can score goals. He's just.
But is that not his level? I mean, I know Serie A is a good league, but like, is he fit enough for the Premier League?
I don't know. I like.
Man United just. I don't think you can judge anything.
I don't think you can either.
Really,
and they paid a lot of money for him, and I don't think he was like. I mean, obviously he wasn't good there, but he wasn't like awful, was he?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it would just. I think he would have like bite to do really well this time as well, like to like prove everyone wrong.
Fair.
So yeah.
Cool. Let's move on. Aston Villa. So who have we got to sell for Villa?
We've got Daniel Mallon. Reason being, his natural position's a striker, and he's just not going to play over Watkins, and they're pushing him out wide, and he's just not natural there. And I just think get some money for him because he was a good striker for like Dortmund.
Yeah.
Same as before, just get some money for him and use it.
Well, they're in PSR trouble, so they have to generate money before they can buy, and they need to buy, don't they? So. Dan, what have you gone for?
I'm selling Guessond, who they bought in the summer.
Yeah.
30 million. Again, when you mentioned the PSR trouble, that's a big outlay on a player who just, it seems like almost straight away Emery realised, he's not for this team, he's not for the system.
It's a bit like Harvey Elliott, innit? Bless him. He's like, they're not playing him because they know if they've 5 more games, they have to buy him. So,
and he can't play for another Premier League team this season.
I went Marlon as well, partly because we know he's probably already going to go. Anyway, it's pretty much done. And they're probably going to get 25-30 million for him maybe. But I did see like they didn't pay. They paid not much less than that. You know, it's like, and it's probably going to be a loan with an option or an obligation. You know,
and he's only started, I think, was 5 out of the 21 this season. So it's like you've got that much money sat on your bench.
They don't believe in him, so they should. He should go. Josh, what have you got?
I had Leon Bailey because he's still at Villa. He's on loan at.
Well, he's on loan at Roma. Yeah.
What is it? Obligation to buy on?
Well, I think Roma were looking to cancel the loan in January.
So they definitely need to sell him.
So yeah, he would be as well. I think, like we're saying, they just need to generate some cash, don't they? But whatever they do, unless they sell 2 or 3 players, they're not going to be signing anyone for decent money. So it brings us on to who they should sign.
Well, I've kind of cheated a bit. I just went because I can't really think who Villa want. I think they're making a signing. It's a lad called Alisson. He's a young Brazilian 19-year-old winger.
He's already done, isn't he?
Yeah, he's about done. 10 million, I think he is. He's one for the future. Will replace Marlon. He's not like someone who they could grow over time and then sell for a big profit.
Fair.
Yeah, that's what I went for.
I mean, I went on the basis that they can do some dealing to get the PSR level up, but I went for Igor Thiago because I think, eventually going to have to be replacing Watkins.
Yeah.
Also, Watkins hasn't. I know he causes a lot of trouble in the box, but he hasn't been scoring at the rate he did last season.
No.
And I think Thiago's the long-term replacement for him, especially if they're going to be
What price would you put on him?
On Thiago at the minute, he's probably going for 50 million.
60, 70, yeah.
I think, but then with the PSR trouble, could they afford that with 60?
It depends. Again, I'm kind of cheating it and going on the basis that they're gonna get 40 million for Evan Gassand, and a bit more for Marlon.
I went Tammy Abraham. I think it's been talked about anyway. I think I was thinking with the PSR thing, like getting rid of Marlon, bringing in an actual striker as a backup to Watkins. He's been there before, so he knows the club. He'd fit straight in. He's going to be good around the club. And he does score goals, doesn't he? Pretty much most places he goes, he's kind of a guaranteed sort of goal scorer. So I think it would be a January signing, low risk, probably relatively high reward in what he'd bring back for them.
Be linked with us.
been linked with you as well, has he? Yeah, I think
Wow.
I think anyone would be.
He's not going to go to Villa if he's got the choice.
Josh, what have you got?
Yeah, I think Abraham's a good shout, to be fair.
Yeah.
Could go for like a Sula or something like that as well.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Trying to up your PSR.
Yeah,
I know your game.
Save us for PSR as well. So yeah, I think there's some options there. It'll be interesting to see what Villa do in the window with where they are in the league.
Yeah, that's
you know, they're kind of title challengers based on where they are position wise, but you know, I know they made that commitment. Was it last season they got Asensio and Rashford, and they tried to guarantee Champions League football? They're probably in a bit better of a position this year than last year, but they're known to take a risk to try and get what they want. So hopefully it works out for them. Bournemouth, who are we saying they should sell?
I've gone Senesi, and the reason being his contract's up in the summer. Get some money for him. He doesn't want to sign a contract. He's refused deals. He's a good player, and I know. So who I would target with Senesi would be these clubs who are trying to avoid goals. In terms of, I know that's stupid to say, but like Arsenal, they keep letting stupid goals in, or I don't know, maybe someone abroad. And I think that
Palace are going to lose games,
Palace. And I just think clubs like that might pay a bit of money, although he's up in the summer, just to try and get him in. So yeah, I've went and Senesi to try and cash in on him.
Fair. Dan, what you got?
I'm selling, even though he came quite recently. I'm selling Petrovic. I think Petrovic is a clown.
I've gone Petrovic as well. Yeah, I wouldn't even sell him. I'd just let him go for free. I'd just say get yourself down the job centre, son, because you are not a goalkeeper. No. He is awful.
Awful goal.
I think it's got to be Senesi. I think he's gonna go on a free, and they could get some proper good money for him. And they've had like some crazy interest. But like in an ideal world, if you're Bournemouth, you don't want to be selling anyone.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you get a good player, they last like a season or two there, don't they? And then they're gone. Must be awful being a Bournemouth fan for that. Like.
Yeah, you're just a feeder club, aren't you? Really. What about buying?
I've gone Jamie Llewellyn. He's a winger from Stuttgart. He'll come directly and replace Semenyo.
Yeah.
So that's the position that they need to just try and replace. Obviously, if Senesi goes, maybe get a centre back. But yeah, I've gone Jamie Llewellyn. Stuttgart, I think at the time of this recording, third in the league. And he's just his stats this season. He's got 3 goals, 5 assists for them. So yeah, he's a solid player, and he's quite pacey as well.
Cool. Dan?
I am replacing Petrovic, and I'm probably going on a loan here. But James Trafford.
It's exactly the same as me.
Yeah.
It would be a loan.
Mind.
I think Pep said he is open to letting him leave, but not permanently, unless a stupid offer comes in. But so yeah, I think with the Euros coming up, Trafford's going to be with the World Cup coming up. Trafford's going to be pushing for some football, just to guarantee. He's not going to start for England, but to guarantee his spot in the England squad, he needs some games. And Bournemouth's. They've done it before, haven't they? They took Kepa on loan. They do take goalies on loan, and they end up doing all right and stuff. So yeah, I agree with you. I think Trafford.
I think Trafford's a good shout, obviously, but in playing last night was quite surprising, wasn't it?
No.
You don't think?
No, Pep always treats the EFL like that.
Different.
And he'd have played Trafford, and if we'd have won 2-0, Donnarumma will play second leg. Yeah. If that was a one-legged game, Trafford might not have played. Yeah. But yeah, I think Trafford's a good shout. They'll probably pluck some unknown guy from somewhere as well, won't they? That'll end up being pretty decent. Brentford. Who are we saying Brentford should sell?
He's injured at the minute, but I've gone Fabio Carvalho.
Same as me.
Not worked out for him at all at Brentford. I know he's still young, but I can see him going to the Bundesliga or something like that and making his name there.
Yeah, I think he's someone they'll get some money for. Like you say, it just hasn't worked out for him. He obviously has no trust from 2 managers that have come in.
No.
So I think a move to Germany or France maybe is probably going to be a good move for him. Yeah. Are you the same?
I've also sold Carvalho for that reason. I think he's a talented player, but he seems to be not cut out for the Premier League.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't play loads. He probably should have stayed at Fulham. That's where he would have probably got some game time and elevated himself.
Done exactly what Harry
These young
did
players going to Liverpool.
Yeah,
you're just stupid, aren't you? It's
Although
the same as going to.
He did score that late goal against us. I remember that. But
Josh,
I didn't really have anyone for this because it feels like they constantly selling quality players and then replacing them with better ones.
Yeah.
So it's like they seem to just sell whoever they want and just get someone better in.
Yeah, fair. Who have we gone for buying?
Johan Bakayoko, PSV. I've said that. So I've got Brentford. So they're 19th for progressive carries in the league, and bottom 5 for chances created. I think Bakayoko, so he adds pace to that team.
Did you not?
Adds
He moved
creativity.
though. He went to Leipzig in the summer.
Oh, did he?
He already got his move.
Oh.
Yeah, so they'd have to get him off Leipzig, which might be a bit of a.
Oh, I didn't know he moved, but that's
Because
okay,
we were
this-
linked with him, weren't we? As
yeah,
well.
well, a similar type of player to him then.
Yeah.
Who just adds creativity, adds pace. Is the 19th for progressive carries. So like they're struggling to beat a man. So similar player to him.
Yeah,
Maybe get him on loan.
Yeah,
I'm getting Maxime Lopez from Paris FC. He was someone who was highly rated when he was younger at Marseille.
yeah.
Had a move, like floated about Italy for a few years, but he seems to be doing well at and he seems like that kind of all-rounder midfield who usually does well at Brentford.
Yeah,
So he's someone who can play the Henderson role when Henderson starts to be phased out,
yeah.
can play defensive midfield, but also he can make progressive passes as well, so I've gone for him.
I went for Fatawu, the winger from Leicester.
No, we're having him. I've put him in for something.
Yeah. I think they probably need a wide player, like you were mentioning,
Yeah.
for carries and stuff. And I think
It's a good
that's
shout.
probably an area they struggle. And I was looking at the Championship and thinking he's probably one of the best
Yeah.
wingers. And Leicester are in all sorts of money trouble, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I might get him for 10, 12 million, and it could end up as someone they end up selling for 30, 40 million in a year or two.
So I will say that Leicester asked from us in the summer 50 million for him.
Really?
Yep.
Now they're in worse trouble now, aren't they, than they were? So, what have you got, Josh?
I'd go for Callum Wilson because if he's on a free, it's just like such an easy like backup striker for them and that.
Yeah.
Like just
Yeah.
easy.
I think it's fair. It's like he's probably going to go in as a backup wherever if he stays in the Prem.
Yeah.
It's just
He
whether
is,
he
yeah.
decides he wants to go down to the Championship and
I
have
think
a
he
year of
should.
guaranteed.
I think he should get him finish his
guaranteed
career
starting.
there.
Cool. Brighton. What are we saying for Brighton?
I've said the centre back called Diego Coppola.
No, who they should sell.
Oh,
Sorry,
who they should
first.
sell?
Yeah,
Sorry. Oh no, that is sell.
yeah. Oh, is it? Is
yeah,
that
he's
someone
on
they've
loan.
got? Is it?
Yeah, just on loan. So they signed him in the summer from I think Sampdoria. He played like every game. This season hasn't played well. Reason being, so Arsenal did it a few years ago. He's a good enough player to start, but with Lewis Dunk being in there, and I can't remember the other centre back who they've got
Van
there.
Hecker.
Van Hecker, yeah, they're good enough, and where they'll probably look to be moving players like Dunk out of the team next season.
Yeah.
Just say it's not a sell, it's a loan. Just send him on loan somewhere, and then next season it'd be Dunk's replacement.
Fair.
I'm selling Solly March.
Yes.
I think he's been a
Loyal
good player,
servant.
loyal
he was
servant,
class when
He
he
was. He,
Yeah.
used to, he had a phase, like again, thinking in FPL terms. He had a
nearly
phase
got
where
in the
he-
England team and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think as
Yeah,
well.
he
like,
did, yeah.
But as he's got older, he seems to be picking up a few more injuries.
Yeah.
And I don't know where he fits in that Brighton side
He
anymore.
needs to drop
so-
down to the Championship.
I think so.
doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go Solly March as well. To be fair, it's a really good shout.
Yeah. I went Belieber. There's so many links around him. Man United want him.
Yeah.
I think it's like
If not now in the summer, he'll go.
yeah. And when we move on to the buying, I've got a ready-made replacement for him. Really, I think so. Yeah, Belieber. I think they get decent money for him. His performances have dropped because he wants to leave.
Yeah.
So I think their best bet is to just let him do that and get the money for him. So who are we saying they should buy?
I've gone Vanderson. He's a right back from Monaco,
Right.
the Brazilian one. So 40% of the attacks down the right. So Brighton concedes 40% of their attacks down the right.
Okay.
So Vanderson, he brings pace. He's a proper right back. Defensively, he can run up the pitch.
Yeah.
So that's my
Cool.
my player to get in.
So I think one of the things that Brighton are best at as a club, they've got a reputation for bringing through talented youngsters, but they're also really good at picking up veterans.
Yeah.
People think are finished.
Welbeck.
If you look at Welbeck, you look at even Milner's doing a job for
Yeah,
them
yeah.
now. So who I've gone for Brighton is in line with that model. I've gone for Isco from Real Betis.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it was
really
just
good
like the
shout,
season
yeah.
before last, he was named like the best player in the Conference League of the season.
Yeah.
So he's still got it in him, and I wonder if he fancies a crack at the
That'd
Premier
be a
League.
hell of a coup for him, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I went with Hayden Hackney
Yep.
from
Yeah.
Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
Based on if they got rid of Belieber,
Yeah.
you might get 60 million, 70 million from Man United for Belieber.
He was close to going somewhere.
You probably get Hackney for 25,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
he's class, isn't he? He's
Yeah,
a decent
good,
player.
yeah.
So I think he'd be a ready-made replacement for my sell option as well.
I go for that Luis Sinisterra. Remember he was at Bournemouth.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's playing in like the Brazilian leagues now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's only
'Cause
26
he was
still.
was he Leeds? Leeds to Bournemouth,
Yeah.
and then
And then he's only 26 and he's in the Brazilian league, so you're not going to pay like a fortune for him.
Yeah,
it might be spot on.
fair. Burnley.
Oh God.
So I've gone for Hartman, the left back. He wants to leave.
Right.
I think Besiktas, there's talks. I think with Burnley, so how I've done Burnley is they're going to go down. I think get as much money for players who these type of players could have relegation release clauses in the contract where they go for much more. So I said link to Besiktas already, so cash in on them and get them gone before I go down.
Fair.
I'm getting rid of Armando Broja.
Me too.
It's just
because he's shit.
He is shit. He's one of them players who's had a chance at multiple clubs, been on loan a few times from when he came through with Chelsea, and he's just not going to make it at this level.
Yeah, especially not in the Prem. He might end up.
Do you think
Bundesliga or
might
something?
be all right?
I don't even know there.
I just don't think they paid like 30 million for him.
Yeah.
He's not going to go Championship. He might end up in Bundesliga or something. Yeah, Broja for me as well. Same reasoning.
Yeah, I've gone like same as you, just trying to sell to get some money while you've got players. So I'll go Dubravka because I think he's still like a Premier League goalkeeper.
I think it's just age.
He is old, but he still looks solid. Yeah, but I think he'll leave. I don't think he'll stick around the Championship for them. No, so get a bit of money for him while you can.
Fair. And who do we think they should buy?
I've gone Willy Bolly.
Willy Bolly. Yeah.
Burnley are bottom for XG conceders, and I think that they need leadership. If they've got any chance of staying up, Willy Bolly, he's been in teams where they've fought to stay up before.
Yeah.
He's captain material. Get him in centre back. Improve their defence. That's
fair.
Yeah. Premier League experience as well.
So I agree with you that they do need leaders on the pitch. I know this player's available at the minute because he has been offered round this window. Whether he'd go to Burnley or not, I don't know. But I've gone for Eric Dyer. Because he can provide that either in midfield or in central defence, and I think he would be the sort of player that Burnley need.
I went Callum Wilson.
That's what I've
done. I think for him as well, he'd get games.
He would.
And I think we know when he's fit, he scores goals.
Yeah.
Low risk.
Yeah.
Deal till the end of the season. Burnley go down, then he decides what he wants to do.
Yeah.
That's what I've gone. Chelsea.
I think this is the easiest one. I said Raheem Sterling. He is terrible at the minute, and he's on like the most wages at Chelsea. If you can get him out on like a loan and then buy him in the summer to somewhere who someone's stupid enough to pay his wages, then I'd say get him gone.
Yeah. So before I remembered that Raheem Sterling existed, thank you. I was going to go for Gittins because I think he's not made any impression really since turning up there. Again, he might command more money than Sterling, but if you could shift Sterling to the Saudi league, get rid.
Yeah, I've gone for Lavia on the basis that they're probably most stacked in that position.
Yeah.
And Rosenior loves Andre Santos, so I think whereas under Maresca, when fit, it was probably Caicedo, Fernandes, Lavia, Santos. I think Santos automatically now jumps above Lavia, and it's like, if you're that stacked in that position, you might as well try and get some money for him. And there'll be people in the Premier League that want to buy him.
Yeah.
So you can probably get.
But they signed him for a hefty fee, wasn't it?
It was like 30 million, I think. Yeah.
Oh, was it only 30?
Yeah, I think it was.
It
was Caicedo that was loads. I think you get 40, 50 million for Lavia potentially if he can stay fit.
I've gone Sterling. He's got to go. He just has to go at this point. Like,
I think I could see him at West Ham, like on loan.
I wonder what it'd be like for wages now, because he's been on so much for so long.
He's on like one of the most.
He's on 350 grand.
Yeah, but I wonder like where he can go. What's actually going to pay him the wages?
Well,
apart from the Saudi league.
It'll just stay at Chelsea.
Well, just not play any of the squads.
Yeah.
And who do we think they should buy?
Mike Maignan.
Yeah.
He's not now. Get him on a contract expiry, as in get him in the summer. So you get him now, you'll get him in the summer. He's free in the summer.
Yeah.
And I don't think he wants to sign a contract at AC Milan. He's been one of the best goalkeepers in Europe.
Yeah.
And if you can get a keeper of that caliber, I think he's only 28 still for free. He's brilliant. I say so he's got like a pass completion rate of 86.2% versus Sanchez of 70. And
Sanchez
Chelsea like to play out from the back, so I think having a keeper like that will up your game.
Yeah.
So I don't want this deal to happen, and they'll pay through the nose for it. But I think Nodi Mukiele would be amazing for Chelsea.
Yeah. They need a centre back.
They need a centre back, but also Nodi Mukiele is equally good at right back, and Reece James is going to get injured at some point.
Fair. I've already used this guy, but I believe the two areas for Chelsea that they need to put money into is goalie and striker, because Delap hasn't worked.
No.
And João Pedro's not a striker.
They've been looking for a striker for years.
So if Arsenal aren't getting Osimhen, then why do Chelsea not get Osimhen?
Yeah.
Because it's like he's the most available world-class striker. You're not going to get Kane. You're not going to get Mbappe, and you're not going to get Haaland.
No.
So
I would chuck Vlahovic in there, because I think he's
just
going
his
to be
wages
going
are crazy
but
for how
Chelsea,
good he is.
if anyone's going to play crazy wages,
Yeah, but if you're going to pay 350, would you pay 350 to Osimhen or Vlahovic? Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, I agree. I think if you could get that Vlahovic on 120 grand a week, he's a goal scorer as
And
well.
he's a bit
but-
younger, I think, Vlahovic.
Yeah,
they're
I
around
mean,
the same, I think, about 20, 28, something
yeah.
like that.
So yeah, I went Osimhen,
I was toying with Conor Gallagher for a while.
getting him back.
Yeah, because he's desperate to be back in the Premier League
Might
by
be
the
a
looks of
buyback
it.
clause in there.
Yeah.
But I've gone Roofs, Sunderland keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be like a really
Chelsea
good
have taken all
signing
our
for him.
players in this round.
Fair. What about Crystal Palace then? Who are we saying they should sell?
Gay.
Yeah.
Get some money from similar before. For top clubs willing to pay a fee for him. Mentioned before, like those clubs who want the defence to shaping up. Arsenal possibly. So
Yeah.
Gay.
Yeah, I'm Gahey as well.
Yeah,
I think
same.
Yeah,
we all
I think
probably
everyone
are.
is. Yeah.
I think that's I think with Glasner pretty much confirming he's not signing a new contract. It's like before they kept him because they didn't want to piss the manager off. Now it's like whatever. He's not going to be there at the end of the season. If you can get 20 million, 25 million for him, that would be good business, I think. And what about buying?
I've said Strand Larsen from Wolves. I said so. He's big, physical, centre forward. He's sure he can score last season more than this season. And I think we're Palace players, so they play with like direct balls into the box. He's tall. He's about 6'5".
Fair.
And I think Mateta, I think he's on about 8 goals this season. Hasn't been as good as he was last season. He's maybe dropped down a bit. So just another option.
Yeah. Dan?
To replace Gahey, I'm thinking John Stones. I know his contract's coming up pretty soon at City.
Yeah.
And I know he's injury prone. He seems to be being phased out a little bit at City. And I wonder if he'd fancy the switch, especially if there's a chance of putting his face out there for England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he needs to get fit and get a few games
Yeah.
to get, and then he'd probably be a guaranteed starter for England at the World Cup. I went Bobby Thomas from Coventry, central defender from Coventry.
Yeah.
I think replacement for Gahey, and Palace are kind of known for being able to pluck players from the Championship and then sell them on for a profit. And it would just be, I don't think Coventry are in a position to need to sell anyone, to be fair, so it might be a difficult one to get with where they are in the league.
Yeah.
But if they could, then I would say, trying to maybe pick a player from the Championship, a centre-back up to replace Gahey, maybe.
I did pretty much what you do with Stones, but I did Gomez
Yeah.
from Liverpool instead. I was like, if he goes to Liverpool, it's just an easy swap. And like,
yeah, that's fair.
Might be able to get him for a bit less if they give them Gay.
Literally,
yeah, true. Yeah. Everton, what are we saying? Who should they sell?
Tyler Diblin.
God, yeah, he hasn't.
He's 19 to be fair to him. So he's. I haven't really said sell. I've kind of sent him lower to the Championship. Maybe at like an Ipswich or even a Coventry, somewhere high up, not like a middle of the table, to try and help that team push for winning the title, push for promotion, push for top 6.
Yeah,
So
fair.
I've gone Tyler Diblin.
I'm selling one of the 2 Chuckle brothers up front.
Yeah.
I don't care which one it is, but it's probably more likely Beto because he's been there longer. So
Yeah.
I'll get
right,
rid of Beto.
I'm Beto as well for the same reason. I was like, you can't have 2 really shit strikers.
Yeah.
I
can
went
have
Barry.
one.
Like,
You went Barry, did you?
yeah.
I think I picked Beto over Barry because I like Barry more from his tweets.
Barry seems fun, but
yeah.
like, oh my god, if he was like starting up front for you would be fuming, wouldn't you?
Who are we saying they should buy then?
Kieran Trippier. And I've said maybe not now that Tino's injured, but he's just out of favour at Newcastle at the minute. His contract's up, and they've been conceding, so loads of chances down that side. I think they're playing. I don't know if it's Joey O'Brien. I don't know his name, but they're playing an out position player.
It is
like a right
O'Brien,
back,
yeah.
And they need a right back just to help them out. So I've gone Kieran Trippier.
Fair. Dan?
I've gone for Jared Bowen. I think
Yeah,
Bowen
it's a shout.
will be due a move soon.
Yeah, he's definitely.
It's getting to a stage of diminishing returns for him at West Ham. He's been so good for so many years, but this season doesn't seem to be clicking.
Also, if they want money, they need to sell before they get relegated.
Exactly, and I think he could fit Everton really well.
Yeah. I went against someone I've already used, but Callum Wilson.
Yeah.
If you're going to sell Beto,
Are you Callum Wilson's agent?
yeah, I should be. I should get commission on any deal that goes through. But it's like, I think if you were going to get rid of Beto, bring in Wilson, experience. Barry's very young. I think it could do him a lot of good having a Premier League proven striker to learn from.
Yeah.
You know, also maybe take a bit of the pressure off because Wilson can play a few of the games and stuff like that. So, you know, Everton, they don't tend to spend money either, so he's on a free. It's like, what have you got, Josh?
I've gone Conor Bradley
from Liverpool.
Yeah, I think it would make sense for them, but I don't think it'll ever happen. But I think that would be quite a nice little sign.
Is he a blue? Like, is he an Everton?
I don't
Is he
know.
from Liverpool?
No, he's Scottish, I think.
He's Scottish.
Yeah.
Oh, Northern Irish, I think.
Oh, is he?
Conor Bradley, yeah.
I think
One of them. They
Liverpool
got another one who's Scottish, haven't they? Another youngster, I think, that they got from like Aberdeen or something.
But sometimes you can say they're like Northern Irish, but they're actually from like Liverpool. So.
I know he's a bit injury prone, but I think Liverpool seem to rate him quite highly. So.
Yeah,
they do. Yeah,
I don't think
know if
they'd
they'll
let him go.
go.
Yeah.
Especially after Martinelli booed him off the pitch the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fulham. Who
Tom
are we saying they
Kearney.
should sell? Tom Kearney.
He's
Good player,
35
yeah.
now. He's probably time to move him on. I think Ipswich are interested in him. Just get some money for him.
He's a solid championship player, isn't he?
He is, yeah. Brilliant for them in the championship.
For Fulham, I'm selling a player who I think they could get decent money for, 20 million or so. Muniz.
Yeah. We were
so
linked with him in the summer.
I
Yeah.
think he's out for this season. That's the only thing. But
he's just
hypothetically he wasn't out.
yeah.
He'd be a good player. So
But still, like I think 2 seasons ago, you had that spell in the Fulham team where you had that scoring streak, and he didn't seem to kick on after that.
We were linked with him. I think.
So yeah, I would sell Muniz.
Fair. I went with, which I think is going to happen anyway, Adama Traore.
Yeah. That's what I've done as well.
I think I heard that Fulham's running out of baby lotion for his arms, so
he's reached the highest stack of weights on the Fulham gym.
Yeah, so he needs to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went with him because he's not getting game time.
No.
There's clubs interested in him, and they'll get a bit of money for him.
Yeah.
So
I think he would absolutely storm the championship now.
Yeah, I mean,
Definitely.
the thing with him is he's got all the right attributes, other than he can't pass and shoot.
Yeah.
I think he's one-footed as well.
Every physical attribute he has.
He was younger than I thought. I thought he was going to be like 30s now, but he's still only 29.
Is he?
Yeah. Who did you go with? Was it?
Yeah, Traore as
Traore
well.
the same,
literally.
And who do we think they should buy?
Josh Wazerki on loan.
Nice.
Third option to buy. Reason being, I think you could take a player out of Man United and they'll completely change. Like, take a player out of Man United and we'll actually see how they play football. Munoz, as I mentioned, he's out for I don't know if it's the season, and they're relying on Jimenez, who's 34. I mean, I don't know if they've got another striker, and I just think he'll suit the way Fulham play. Natural centre forward, and he could probably lead the line. I think Fulham.
I've gone similar line of thinking in terms of I do think they need someone up front. I've gone for Memphis Depay. I found he's playing for Corinthians now in Brazil.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you seen him? He's just all he does is wind everyone up. He's gone there and just he's just turned into a wind-up merchant. He's hilarious.
I've always loved Depay.
He's a good footballer. Yeah.
He only in 2025 last summer he became Holland's highest ever goal scorer.
Yeah,
wow.
It's only 60 something.
And I think he's only 31. I think he can still do it, and it seems like a Fulham signing. It seems like someone who would come back and probably would enjoy living in London.
Yeah.
So I think I'd go Depay.
I was trying to find a John or a Phil to go along with Kevin, but I couldn't. So I went with Victor Torp from Coventry. There's a chance that with Coventry's drop off in form that some teams start sniffing around some of their best players, and he's definitely one of their best players. And again, I think with Fulham, they're another one of them clubs where they can pluck a player out of the Championship and turn him into something and then sell him on to somebody else. It's like that middle ground sort of club. So I went with Victor Torp.
I've got depending on how well the rest of their season goes, it'll be one for summer, but Rashford. See what happens with that. Because if he stays at Barcelona, fair play. But if he comes back, I don't know how many options he'll actually have.
I think Villa will be straight back in for him if they can.
I think with how he's done at Barcelona, a lot of people will be in for him, including whoever is the new Man United manager.
Oh, yeah.
Not wanting him to go anywhere. They were talking about it on TalkSport this morning, saying that the obligation is 26 million and Barcelona don't want to pay it.
I know, it's insane.
26 million.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Tell me a player of that standard. I mean, he was unbelievable in the game against us.
Yeah,
in the Champions League,
he was.
Scored 2, didn't he?
Yeah. Leeds. Who should they sell?
Melia.
Oh God, yeah. Didn't think of him.
Doesn't even make the bench nowadays. I don't know if it's because of injuries, but just a waste of wages. You're just not good enough for the Premier League. I think Carl Darlow makes the bench over him.
Yeah. Dan, what you saying?
I'm selling Dan James.
Yeah, he was on my potentials list.
Yeah, not getting much of a look in this season. Could do a job in the Championship again.
Yeah.
Get rid.
He's another Adama Traore without the muscles, isn't he? He's just rapid. Right?
Yeah.
I went Peru. Joel Peru. I think he played a lot in the Championship, but he's again probably need to move back down to the Championship, and he would easily get a move because I think he's a good player.
Yeah, I've gone Dan James, but he's another one again where he's younger than I thought, so they should get money from him. He's only like 28, literally.
Yeah,
you should be playing like every week, really. So
who should they buy?
I've gone Axel Disasi from Chelsea.
Yeah,
completely out of favour at Chelsea. Probably on loan, and maybe sign him in January. Just Leeds need defensive solidarity. And I think he's a good player.
Dan, what you saying?
I think a player who would fit Leeds' system really well is Jacob Murphy. And I think if they offered you a decent amount of money, I don't think Howe fancies him anymore particularly.
Yeah, I think if we got decent money, he'd be sold.
Yeah.
But he'd also be one that if we didn't get decent money, he'd just end up staying here probably till he retires.
Yeah, but I think like him supplying DCL would be perfect for Leeds.
I went with Cuco Hernandez, striker at Real Betis. Used to play Watford. He's found like some great form. I think he went out to the MLS, found some great form, then he went to Betis. Achievable, and I think Leeds are in a good position at the minute with Calvert-Lewin being fit, but they are one Calvert-Lewin injury away from not scoring goals and not winning games. So investing in a striker that is in form, that's achievable, that from another league might be a good option for them.
Yeah, I went for Esteve from Burnley.
Yeah, he's a good player.
He's a good player. I think he actually could do the move, and you're weakening like Burnley.
A rival,
Mentally get some money before they go down as well.
Yeah.
Liverpool. Who should Liverpool sell?
Konate.
It's similar to Gahey, really.
He's going to go for free, get some money for him. Although Real Madrid were interested, I think they've dropped off after actually watching him play football.
Yeah.
Said actually we don't.
He'll probably end up at PSG or somewhere like that.
Back to PSG. I think he was at PSG before, wasn't he? So yeah, Konate.
I'm selling one of the big beasts. So Salah or Van Dijk, I think.
Yeah.
Salah if you can, because clearly Slot and him, I don't think it's retrievable, that relationship.
No, it'll be patched over for the rest of the season if it has to be. But
they've said just leave it for now, get us somewhere and you can go.
Yeah. And I think Salah, the money that they can get for him at this stage of his career.
In reality, they shouldn't, because he's old and you can see he's dropping off. But they will.
For PR purposes,
from
going to Saudi.
But if he went to Saudi, he'd probably score like Ronaldo level goal.
Of course he would.
Oh, definitely,
I went with Isaac because he's a rat.
Yeah.
So they should sell him, and they should sell him to like Macclesfield or something, because that's how good he is. He deserves to be down there. But like, I think if you could turn around to them now and if they had a receipt and could get a refund, they'd snap your fucking hand off for that money, wouldn't they? You're not going to get that. If they sold him now, they'd probably get 70 million.
Would you mind taking Isaac back?
Yeah, I'd take him back.
Yeah, I would take him back too.
As long as he apologised. Like, to me personally, at my house. Like, you know, it's like...
knocked on every Newcastle
fan's door. But yeah, I mean, bit tongue-in-cheek, really, but... I do think if they could get money for him, with how good Ekatike's been, like...
They don't need him.
They wouldn't sell him for less than...
It's going to be 100 million.
Yeah, less than 100, and someone will pay that because he's still an elite striker.
He's got a big injury. We'll see how he comes back after his injury. He could never be the same player.
I've gone Salah. I think, it just seems done there. And if he goes to Saudi League, they'll still get crazy money for him.
Good money for him, yeah. And who do we think they should buy?
Marquis. I think they should cash in on him now. I think they're got a bit of defensive struggles this season with Konate being like terrible, and then Van Dijk dropping off. I think get him in the defence for some solidity.
Yeah.
Don't need to look past Gahey personally. It's one of those that they've been linked since the summer. I'm sure moves are in place. Get him in.
I was thinking Gahey, but in my head I think he goes to City this window, and if he don't go to City, I think he goes abroad in the summer. So I was like, fuck it, Liverpool love spending money, go buy Bastoni from Inter Milan. That's like
top of the league.
Should be buying a world-class defender because Konate's going on a free, and
Van Dijk hasn't got long left.
He's got a year, if that, of being at that standard. So go drop 70 million on a world-class defender that's mid-20s that's going to be around for a while.
Yeah.
So, and again, Inter have all sorts of money troubles over the years. So I think he's not available, as in like they would openly sell him. But if the right money's on the table, I think he would go.
I think with where top of the league, I think if they came in and offered like over 100 million, I think they would. But 70, I don't think with them being top of the league, he's one of the best defenders in the league.
I think just Inter have to get money.
Yeah.
And I think if someone goes and puts 70, 80 million on the table for him, it's the same with players like Barella and people like that.
Yeah,
I think they
player.
wouldn't want to sell him, but they just.
I had Jacob Murphy. I think they just need him, don't they? They spend all that money
Just
on Isak.
just to make Isak work.
Yeah.
If you're not going to sell Isak, you've got to buy the Charger. Fair. So Man City, who should they sell?
Calvin Phillips.
Yep, same as me.
Probably one of the worst signings ever Premier League history.
Yeah,
just
up there
hasn't
with
worked for
Rodwell.
him. Send him back to Leeds on loan. I know he's not. I haven't sent him for Leeds, but
Yeah.
he might work at Leeds.
Or just get him in the Championship out of the way.
Yeah.
Like let the guy. I think I saw an interview with him where he said that he said something about it was when he was really struggling. He spoke to Bielsa, and Bielsa said to him, "You're completely fine. The only thing that hasn't worked with you is you've lost your confidence."
Yeah.
And I think he obviously went to West Ham, had an issue. I think he just needs to get out of the way. Maybe he needs to go abroad. Maybe he needs to drop down to the Championship and just
think so too.
stay out of the way.
Yeah.
And get his confidence back. And which is sad. 'Cause he's such a sound lad, isn't he, as well? Like as his personality and stuff, he's a proper Leeds
But he
lad
was getting into the England squad as well.
Yeah,
and I just think he was starting to maybe pick up. But then as soon as City signed him, a bit like a Jack Rodwell sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll also go with Calvin Phillips. I don't like that mention of Rodwell, by the way, but if they can find, like, God knows what kind of chump would pay money for a Rodwell, but if they can find someone to do similar with Phillips, otherwise he's just going to waste his career there.
He is, yeah. You the same?
No, I've gone Grealish. I think he just needs to be like actually gone at
Get
this
the
point.
money,
yeah, instead of just
I
sticking
think
him
Everton
on
is at 50 million the buy option. Everton.
I read somewhere it was lower.
Was it lower?
It was
50?
lower, yeah.
Would you pay that for a 31-year-old winger?
Nah.
No, I think he's probably going to be 35 million. Probably you'd end up paying for him. And who should they buy?
Schlotterbeck. They've got defensive struggles centre backs this season.
Is he linked with Barcelona? I think, isn't he? Like
he's linked. He's one of the best defenders in the world. He probably scored Bayern Munich, like Dortmund signings usually.
Yeah,
do.
true.
But like, he's a left-footed centre back as well. Great on the ball. Completes 90% of his passes. Perfect House City build on the back.
Fair.
I went for Barella. Same reasons in terms of Inter needing money, but also he's ready-made for a Pep system.
Yeah, he is.
Easily can step in and play those roles that the likes of Bernardo Silva has been playing centre mid, Kovacic as well. Who I imagine will
Silva's
be getting moved
going
on
at
soon.
the end of the season, isn't he? I think. I went Gahey.
Yeah.
Same reasons you guys said for Liverpool and stuff. I think that with their injury problems, if City want to win the league this year or be in the title hunt, then I think they have to get a centre back, and he's the most available potentially centre back of the quality that they need at the minute.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. I was going to go Gahey, but I think Malik Chow. I think he would do like perfect for them though, wouldn't he? Realistically.
Yeah, he would. I mean, he'd be good for any Premier League club.
100%. Yeah.
We're not selling him for
any
money, I think, are we? With our
We would be
defensive
stupid to
issues.
sell him.
Yeah.
No.
Manchester United. Who should they sell? And you can't say everyone.
Kobe Mainoo. Send him out on loan. Get him some game time. I wouldn't mind turning him in Newcastle. To be fair.
Same. I think he's a class player.
I think his brother made a point of standing at the game with his top out.
Yeah, that was
ridiculous. Free Kobe Mainoo, so I think that speaks for itself. I've gone Kobe Mainoo.
Dan, what you saying?
I mean, I'm keeping Mainoo at Man U just because I think he will eventually come good there. I'm selling Casemiro because I think his time's come and gone.
Yeah.
He's probably end up be the replacement for Casemiro.
Yeah, possibly.
I went for Dallo just because he should not be anywhere near a football pitch. That guy, like, he does some alright performances for Portugal, but he's so bad for Man United, I think. And it's like, but also I think you get money for him. Like, you could get some money for him. You might get 25 million or something for Dallo because of his versatility and where he can play and different positions and stuff.
I think any defender who goes in the Man U is just snake bit.
True.
Everyone turns to shit, can't they? Then.
What you saying?
I've got Mainoo, but I guess it's a bit of a risky one because you don't know who's the new manager's
yeah,
going to be and if they're going to play him.
They'll
or not,
loan
like.
him if he goes in January.
That's
Then
what I
no
mean,
way
yeah.
they're selling him
No,
because that new
that's what I
manager's going to
mean,
come
yeah.
in and want him. I
Yeah.
think
Maybe, yeah.
whoever
you'd
that
think
is
so.
going to come in and probably want him. So who do they buy?
I've gone Ruben Neves.
Yeah, fair.
I think Man United, they struggle to control games in the midfield area. Of course, he's good mates with Bruno Fernandes as well. They do play well together at Portugal. Just think be a good addition.
I'm saying Elliot Anderson for Man U for similar reasons. He's going to be a player who will be there for a decade or more. And I think he's exactly what they need in centre mid.
Yeah, I went Belieber off the back of my Brighton should sell him, but I think Belieber, Wharton, Anderson. They just need one of those three really to solidify that midfield.
Yeah.
But again, I can't see Man United spending money in January because they're going to wait for the the full-time manager to come in, aren't they? So they might get a loan or something. But
I went Danny Welbeck.
well,
Yeah,
That
literally. Just someone who's actually going to score goals and probably Premier League striker. Comfortable there. I think they just need it for a season or something.
I think this is it was coming up on social media I was seeing, but would you say Cunha's been a flop?
I don't.
Flop's probably a hard word,
Yeah.
harsh word, but he hasn't been good.
No, I
No,
think people
no.
are comparing maybe how
Mbeumo.
Mbeumo's started and maybe compared the two.
But I still don't even think he's been amazing.
No,
He hasn't
he
come up
hasn't.
much in
I
terms
think
No.
Mbeumo's been good for Man United.
He's been good,
He
But I
gives
don't-
so much to that attack.
Yeah, I don't think he's been amazing though.
No.
No,
Like
not
if you look
really.
at like Cherky at City,
Yeah.
he's piss all over any of them parts.
Yeah.
There's not been a single Man United player that's been amazing
No.
this season.
No,
No.
fair.
But if they were going to play a three behind the attacker going forward, then Mbeumo, Fernandes, and Cunha, I think you've got to give that a chance to actually work.
True, yeah. Newcastle.
Joe Willock.
Yeah, I'm Joe Willock as well.
Just hasn't been a regular starter for us in midfield, just based on that open goal miss from against.
Could have
the
been
other
the
week,
suggestion
after
for
Salah.
buying for Palace as well, I think. 'cause
Yeah,
Palace
I
is
think if we can get 20
million.
25 million, I think we paid 25. So I mean, we haven't really overpaid for him because he did do well. So
yeah.
just
I
went
think
Joe
you'll get
Willock.
20 million for him.
Yeah,
Palace-
maybe like
Palace
Nottingham
might-
Forest or Palace. something
Palace
like
might
that.
lose Wharton.
Yeah,
Brighton might lose Belieber.
yeah.
Forest might lose Anderson, so they might buy Willock in a replacement for that.
And
So yeah,
with Ramsey in there as well, I think we're all
Yeah.
right for midfield.
the same reasons really.
I'm going on the basis of getting as much money as you can for a player before he's on this downward trajectory, and I'm selling Anthony Gordon, just like I have in FPL.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
it does seem to be
I would
diminishing
sell
returns,
him personally myself. Yeah,
and you could probably still get about 60-70 million off
60
someone for
million,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, I think Joe Willock's the obvious one.
Yeah.
But then I was toying with Gordon, but I'm going to do a bit of a rogue on and do Tonali. Just feels like he doesn't want to be here anymore a little bit. And I think if he keeps dropping off the way he has, his value is just going to go down and down. Whereas at the minute, I feel like we could get a big chunk for
I
him.
think your issue is the clubs that would want him and the clubs he would want to go to are in Italy, and none of them have any money.
Yeah.
That's your problem, isn't it? I think. But yeah, you're right. Like he has dropped off. Not sure if it's system or whether he doesn't want to be here, or obviously his missus has just had a kid, so there's a lot of mitigating factors. But yeah, no, that's fair. And I
Because if he
think-
gets back to his best, you obviously want to keep him, but
Yeah.
he just doesn't look like that at the minute.
And who should we buy?
I've gone for a player he's from Celta Vigo. He's called Oscar Mingueza. Reason being, he's a centre back who can also play right back, and
Right.
it's pretty much what we need at the minute.
Yeah.
With Tino's injury, playing right back. Once Tino's back, once Botman gets injured, move him to the centre back.
Yeah,
So I've just went for him. He's a solid centre back from Spain. I think he played for Barcelona as well.
Dan, what you saying?
I went for your suggestion for Man United, Ruben Neves.
Yeah, fair.
Partly on the basis of I also saw that with Tonali, and that
Yeah.
whether he's kind of regressing or whether he wants away, I think you need a long-term replacement for him. And I think Neves, Newcastle have lots of energy in midfield, but they need someone who's able to make those incisive passes and kind of pick the lock. So for me, Neves.
I've gone. Give me Harry Wilson.
Yeah.
We need a right winger who can score, who can create.
Who can kick
He's
a
got
ball.
6 months left on his contract. You could get him in January, and if not, you could get him in the summer for free. And he's better than Murphy. He's better than Alanga. He can play central as well. He's not injured. He doesn't have an injury record. Like, I just think it's like we've spent a lot of money. Like, let's just go and get somebody who we know can do a job.
Yeah.
Like who is a solid footballer who isn't going to cost a load of money. And yeah, we might go and sign someone else in time who's even better. But he's 29.
Yeah.
get him on a 3-year contract. You're going to get 3 of his best years.
Yeah.
That's like no risk, isn't it?
It feels
really?
like every goal Fulham scores, he's involved.
He's involved in.
Yeah.
So he's I would
Imagine him with Voltemada
Mm-hmm.
he's got a hell of a cross on him.
Yeah.
He's a left-footed right winger, which is perfect because it gives us the balance that we have on the other side. I think it's a no-brainer. We won't do it.
No, we
won't do it. But on paper, it's a no-brainer for me.
I was looking at the right wings. I was looking at Bourne. I thought that would be like a pretty good one for us. But I think in January, because we're not going to do much, we just need a centre back
We
in.
need a defender, yeah.
So I was like, Dan Ballard, obviously.
Not happening.
He wants to come anyway, doesn't he?
You're getting on the back of that Frank guy.
Yeah, literally.
Twitter, aren't you? Yeah.
So, Dan Ballard for the rest of the season.
Scores the winner in the derby in March.
Nottingham Forest.
I've gone Awani, the striker.
Yeah.
Just struggled for fitness consistently this season, and Forest need a striker who can stay fit and contribute week in, week out. He just doesn't give that.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, for Forest, I'm selling Chris Wood.
Chris Wood, yeah. I think either of them two is a similar thing, really, isn't it? I went with McAtee because I think he's been a flop of the highest amount, but you might be able to get some money from the Bundesliga for him because a few Bundesliga clubs wanted him. But like, my God, everyone's like, he could be the next Cole Palmer. Like, he can't even get anywhere near the team, can he? Like,
City.
Yeah.
I'd gone Wood. I think he's probably done with the Premier League now. I mean, a bit unlucky being injured and that, but get rid of him while you can.
Fair. And who should they buy?
I've gone for Tessie, midfielder from Inter Milan.
Yeah, we were linked with him, weren't we?
Yeah, he just doesn't play. He's not going to get in that midfield. Inter Milan, I mean, they've got obviously Barella's in there. So I went him. They signed similar players like that to him.
Yeah.
He's box-to-box midfielder, creative. So yeah, I've went him.
I'm going for. I'm not convinced by any of Forest centre forwards options at the moment, particularly in Dyche's system. One player who I think could do well in that, who's had a shot in the Premier League before and didn't really do it before, Moise Kean. I think he could be worth another shot, and I think in a Dyche system he could do really well.
Yeah, and Fiorentina are struggling, aren't
exactly.
they?
They're going down probably.
I went with bit unachievable. I went with Vlahovic. Like, if they were willing to pay him the money, they might get him.
Marinakis might be able
to
find
do you know
it
what I mean?
somewhere.
Like, he might be able to find it under his cushion or something. But I think, he's in a position himself where he's probably going to end up somewhere else. But this could be a stepping stone.
Yeah.
Come here, do fucking half a season on loan.
Get himself at Chelsea.
Prove, and then get yourself at Chelsea after that or something. Do you know what I mean? So, maybe a bit unachievable, but potential. What did you...
I've gone for Alanga. I think they're really missing him. And I think we should do him a favour, just give him back for the 60 million again and then call it a day.
Fair. Sunderland.
Oh, we next. Wow.
Who should Sunderland sell?
Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead. No, you go.
I got Masuaku. Hasn't done anything. Waste of wages. I think he's a left back, isn't he?
He is a left back. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've got cover. You've got Sergen there. You've got Ronaldo there. So yeah, get rid.
Yeah, I think there's a deal in place for Masuaku at the moment. I think there's negotiations ongoing
to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Oh well, there we go then. I think that's covered.
Yep.
What about you? What have you got for yours?
So I'm selling Dan Neil.
Okay.
Because again, Dan Neil is not going to sign a new contract. Reggie Lebris clearly does not fancy him in the Premier League. He's been nowhere near the lineup since like the Huddersfield game in the Cup.
Right.
Again, somebody might give you. I know he's linked with Rangers at the moment.
Okay. Yeah.
So
is he not better than Rangers, Dan Neil?
I mean, he's clearly he's a good Championship player, which means he'd be a good SPL player. He might fancy going to Rangers for a couple of seasons. He'd probably tear it up in the SPL for a year or so, and then reevaluate from there.
Yeah, I'd gone for Luke O'Nien because he just seems like a bit of a liability at this point.
Do you know what? Luke O'Nien was great against Everton at the weekend in a 3 centre back system. Really impressed us. Yeah,
no, I know he's been there forever and he's like a bit of a cult hero with yous, but he just doesn't seem quite there, and he just seemed like an absolute liability.
I wouldn't have him in a 2 at the back, but in that 3 centre back system,
he was all right, was he?
He did really well against Everton, and I think he's one of those players who is worth keeping around the club because for the money you would get,
nothing. Yeah, fair. What about signings?
I've went person who was named earlier. I said Tammy Abraham. Reason being, he'll probably want to come back. I think he's at Besiktas in Turkey, and I think Sunderland are doing they've got a good midfield, good enough defence. He's an all right keeper. But I think if they want to push, maybe, God forbid, Europe, then I think Tammy Abraham might get them over that line.
Tammy would be a good show for us, and we'll have been linked with him.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
Maybe it's me being sentimental. I think like our problem is not necessarily the strikers we have.
Yeah.
I think like I would like to see Brobby get a longer run,
Right.
give him a chance of development, because it's too early to write Brobby off. He's done well so far, I think.
Yeah.
But the way we play, we don't create a lot of chances for the centre forwards. So for me, I would be looking a little bit more at the creative element.
Right.
We can't change our centre midfield. Stacked at the moment.
Yeah.
Where I would be going is lad you named earlier, Fatawu from Leicester.
Yeah.
We were linked in the summer. I think Leicester wanted 50 million at the time.
Right.
He's clearly a player who fits the model at Sunderland. He's someone who we would buy and like sell on for hopefully a much bigger profit. But I think he's that kind of dynamic, progressive forward that we really need. So I would have Fatawu.
Yeah, I was going for someone I mentioned before for you, and it was Tanny Welbeck again.
Yeah,
I think he'll just like get some solid goals for you, and for the back end of the season when you're on this Europe push, if you can just have like a proven Premier League goal scorer, I think that would sort you right out.
Like in the summer where it looked like Brighton were just going to let him go.
Yeah,
he was one of the ones that I wanted in. I love Welbs.
Yeah.
I said you should sell Dan Neil because I think he's going to go anyway. And I thought you should buy Mason Greenwood since you like dodgy players with dodgy histories. So I thought maybe you should bring him in. That's a rogue one, isn't it? Because it's like he's so fucking good.
Yeah,
like so unbelievably good. I saw a thing where it was saying Man United linked with De Zerbi, and I was like, he's going to try bring him back.
Yeah.
He's going to try bring him back if he gets that job because he loves him, doesn't he? I saw he's like got 25 goal contributions in 25 games. Like, I know it is in France, but so yeah, you should sign him and he can play on the wing with Adam Johnson on the other wing. It'd be class. Tottenham, who do you think Tottenham should sell?
Kind of cheated here, but I just said Colin Mawani, send him back to PSG.
Yeah, they must be paying a whack on his wages.
I don't know if you've got a loan to buy in there, but if they've got the option to send him back. Play Richarlison up front for the rest of the season. 14 games, zero goals. It's just not good.
Would you go?
I'm selling Richarlison because if he does play up there front for the rest of the season, he'll convince whichever new manager's coming in that he's the long-term centre forward option. And I think it's one of those. It's like when you keep going back to like a toxic relationship, you've just got to rip the plaster off at some point.
Yeah, I think he's had seven goals Richarlison this season.
He's done fine, but he's just never going to be the long-term answer.
No, he should go back to Everton. He'd do all right.
He could be the best solution all around.
I went with Basuma because he's not playing. He's fallen out with the manager. Like, just sell him.
Yeah,
I saw they were talking. His contract expires, I think. So they were talking about they have an option to extend it. They're just going to extend it anyway to try and sell him.
I think he's a good player though.
Yeah, but apparently he's got a really bad attitude. He's always late.
Right.
He should go to Man United to fit in there.
Yeah. I've gone with Richarlison as well. Yeah, I think he just needs to be gone.
And who should they buy?
Well, I cheated again. I said Conor Gallagher.
That's lazy.
It's just because I think he'll help them in midfield. I know Palini is there. He's got a goal the other day, but he's really good defensively. But Conor Gallagher can offer you an attacking option as well as defending.
He's an engine, isn't he?
Yeah, he's an engine, and I just think he'll suit Tottenham.
So I've gone for someone who give them the same qualities as Richarlison, as in total Raj fucking loose cannon, but is better than Richarlison. I've gone for Ivan Toney.
Yeah, literally exactly the same.
Toney was on my Arsenal and Chelsea list as well as like Osherman is the summer, but Toney is if you need a striker in January, he would be a good.
Yeah. What is Toney? Is Toney doing good? Like he surely is.
Yeah, he scores a lot of goals, but a lot of them are penalties.
He got arrested again though, didn't he, over Christmas?
Yeah, he got arrested when he
London.
Did you see the tweet when the guy said it was my mate who got knocked out by him, and it's like, oh, what did he say? And he said asked him for betting tips on the weekend or something. So I went, this might be unachievable, but I went with Christian Pulisic. I think he would be.
How old is he now?
Probably about 17.
Why do you think that's unachievable?
Because he starts for Milan.
He is. I think he is really good for
and
Milan.
He scores a lot of goals for Milan. I think he's like talismanic for them.
Like I was saying to you earlier, I think it's surprisingly hard to get those players who end up in Italy back from Italy, because it's like those cities like Milan and Rome, and that. Why would you leave them?
Yeah,
that's true.
But I think he would be good because he was always good at Chelsea.
Did you want to guess his age?
He's like, I bet he's 28.
About 26.
28.
27.
Yeah,
It's insane though. That it feels like he's been around forever, doesn't it?
But I think if he came back to Spurs, he'd do a really good job for them because they need they got Kudus on one side. I think they need a winger that's going to score goals, and he does that. So
LeBron James of soccer, isn't he? So.
Josh, who did you have?
Yeah, I'm going to go for that. Yeah, I like that. I think it's a really good shout.
Yeah, Pulisic. So West Ham.
Paqueta.
Yeah.
He came out like literally this week and said he wants to leave.
Yeah, it's already agreed with Flamingo. I think it's just the fee, isn't it? I think
he's better than Flamengo though. I still think he could do a job in the Premier League for a different club.
I think he's too lazy, mate.
But yeah, he wants to leave. Just cash in on him.
I'm Paqueta as well. I think that he would. The only team he would do well in the Premier League is Man City, where they have loads of the fucking ball and he doesn't need to do loads of defending and he can just be a luxury player. But they're not going to buy him now.
I don't know. I'd still have him at Newcastle
I wouldn't.
with the Bruno link and
Bruno,
that.
Joelinton and Paqueta.
Yeah, the full Brazilian
I think
midfield.
that when you watch what he's doing for West Ham, you do not want someone with that attitude in your club.
He's terrible.
He is a terrible attitude. He's lazy.
Yeah, but
and even his peaks aren't that great for what you'd have to pay for him. I don't think if you look at him and go, oh, but what he does is amazing. It's like, but it isn't. It isn't that amazing. Like,
but I think he's only 28. I mean, going back to Brazil, it's kind of
early for it, isn't it? Yeah.
So it's like I still think he could do a job.
He'll go to Brazil till the summer, and then he'll end up in Spain or Italy or somewhere. I think. But yeah, I was sell Paqueta too. Dan, who did you have?
I mean, I was going to sell Fulkrug. He's out on loan at the moment.
Yeah.
In Milan, innit?
In Milan, I would be selling them full time because there's only so many donkey centre forwards you can carry as a club, and they've just signed Tatey and the other one.
Yeah,
I love saying Tatey as a centre forward. So might as well get rid. Might as well shift them on.
Fair. Josh, who did you?
I had Paqueta. Yeah, it's just toxic, innit? Like he needs to be gone while they can still get money for him.
And who should they buy?
Charlie Cresswell.
Yeah.
So West Ham conceded just far too many goals this season. Charlie Cresswell, he's tall, brings great leadership, and he's played in the Prem before, I think, with Leeds, so he knows the Prem, so I think he'd be quite good to bring in centre-back.
Yeah.
I think they need someone with a bit work rate to replace Paqueta in midfield. I've gone for Højbjerg from Marseille.
Yeah,
Done pretty well since he left the Prem. If he fancied a return, I would go for West Ham. I
was a bit lazy and went for Traoré because it's probably going to happen. I heard that they bought Diddy in and used all of his baby oil, and that's what's attracting Traoré to go to West Ham. But Nuno loves him. Nuno will get a tune out of him a little bit, and I think maybe it's a little bit what they need at West Ham. Someone gets you off your seat a little bit, doesn't he? He's a little bit chaotic. It's
West Ham fans starting to complain about Jeroboam as well, just how his performances are this season.
So I went with Traoré because I think it will actually happen.
Yeah, I think that'll happen. I think that's a really good shot, to be fair. I'll do Traoré.
And then last we've got Wolves. So who do we think Wolves should sell?
Similar to Burnley, I've gone where it's just like set up for next season. So I've just gone Strand Larsen.
I
big signing, but like they could have got 70 million, I think, from us. I think just try and get. I don't think they're going to get that much money, but with relegation looming,
I think they'll get 40-50 million.
Just make some serious money before you go down, before they get hit with this massive bill because they got relegated. I think.
Yeah, it'll be Forest or someone like that will end up buying him, I think.
I think he was linked to West Ham, but obviously now they're going down. I don't really think he wants to go from Wolves to West Ham.
Who did you have, Dan?
So I think sometimes I was on Strand Larsen. I think sometimes it depends how financially sound they are, right? If the parachutes will do them, they can still like sit back and command a big fee off someone who's desperate in the summer.
I think as well, it's like if they do go down and he doesn't score many goals between now and the end of the season, they're just not going to get a fee from him.
Yeah, literally.
But I eventually ended up settling on Hwang Hee-chan.
Yeah, he was my second option. Yeah, for a similar reason, really. It's just like get some money for him.
Yeah.
A Bundesliga club will buy him because he did well in the Bundesliga before,
definitely.
didn't he?
He's a good player.
Who were you? Were you Strand Larsen as well?
Strand Larsen, yeah. I think they've got it. But I think they'll find it difficult. The fact they turned down 60 million in the summer, and they're not going to get anywhere near that now, are they?
And who should they buy?
I've gone for Gustavo Harmer from Sheffield United.
Yeah,
again, setting up for next season. He was Championship Player of the Year. He seems to be unbelievable in the Championship, and they want to push to come back up. I think he just gives Wolves creativity, goal involvement in the field. Just push for promotion places next season.
Yeah, fair.
For the same kind of reason, I've gone for Dan Neil.
Preparing
for the Championship, and he's a player who's young enough to improve, and if he could do a job in Wolves getting them forward, he might make the Premier League next time round.
Yeah, I went similar thing to both of you. I went with Haji Wright from Coventry. Achievable. Could get him in January, give him 6 months in the Premier League. But when you go down, he's a guaranteed goal scorer in the Championship that would be your number 9 as such for next season.
Yeah, I'd just gone like your classic one, Callum Wilson. So Stan Larson goes, just see you out the season. Yeah, no problem. It kind of looks like you're trying then, doesn't it?
Like, you're not spending money putting yourself out there as
literally.
Well,
yeah, cool. All right, it'll be interesting to see if any of these come off. I look forward to seeing Mason Greenwood landing at the airport and Isaac coming and apologise at my front door. But yeah, it'd be interesting to look at the end of the January transfer window and just see who these. Maybe we'll do a January transfer window review at the end of the window and just see where players ended up and what we think of the deals and stuff. But cool. Let us know in the comments if there's any players you think your club's going to sign. I think Sunderland fans will be on my back for the Greenwood one. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Cool.